Good afternoon everybody, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be on post-processing for fine art photography. So the reason I'm doing this is because I've just done 3 vlogs from Essex, where I was down at OC, beach huts, pin mill, shipwrecks, and the Dovercourt Lighthouse, where I did quite a lot of post-production, and I did a lot of editing where I removed skies and I removed horizons, and consequently that's got a few of you wondering how I did that, and then how I use my post-processing skills, how I do it basically. So this is it. I'm doing a quick video now. It's going to be a basic video, but it'll give you an idea of what I do and how I go through my process. I use Lightroom and I use Photoshop. Lightroom I tend to use for my library and my basic edits, but I do all the main stuff in Photoshop. But as you'll see that now, and we'll do it. So we're just going to do the one image, and I'll take you through the process, and that should do it. So let's get cracked on, and let's get in the computer and start. Okay, so we're in the library mode of Lightroom. So this is my images taken on the day. I think I took about 109 images. Now I've got to say I'm really happy with my vlogging at the moment, because at the moment what it's doing for me now is stopping me taking so many pictures, because normally when I used to go out I would take hundreds of images and come back and then just literally take a few pictures here, a few pictures there, a few pictures there. Oh, scattered all over the place. Now, at least with the vlogging, I go to a location, I'm going to go, right, I'm going to do that composition there, that composition there, and that composition there, and then I may do a few variations around each one of them, which means I come back with no more than about 60 to 100 images, which is great because it speeds up my post-production so much. And then I've only got to clean up 3 or 4 images, which is wonderful. But not like the last vlog, mind you, with the pin mill boats. I had loads of them, so I got a bit carried away on that. But the issue with that one was, as you can see here, I'll open this one here. You can see there where I've actually got, you see the line of where the water line should go up here, and later on you see the images of literally just the tops of these little bits of wrecks here. So at the start, as it's coming in, you get all excited, and then you're taking loads and loads of images because you're not quite sure how far the water's really going to come up, so you kind of overshoot it really. But it doesn't matter because they're all great images to be had anyway. But I've got to say, when the water's at its highest, the editing is a lot easier because it covers so many of the sins up in the first place. So, but never mind. Right, let's get back into Lightroom and let's have a look at this. So I'm going to go back to the overall thing. So what I'm doing, and I'm going to probably go to the end of it. So we'll just pick a picture at the end, and I'm going to pick a simple one first, and I may do a 5-shot panorama straight after that. But let's just do this one first. So 2626, that's been done already, because if you go into Lightroom you can see that I've actually done all the work on it there, and you can see straight away that it's actually a 16:9 format as well. So it looks like I've done 2627, but I'll do it again. So what I'm going to do is go into develop, press the D button, I'm going to reset and just start it from scratch basically. So this one's nice and new, a nice and new virgin file basically to start from scratch. So looking at the overall picture here, it looks like I'm going to take out this little bit here, take out these little bits there, remove the boat, and then eventually remove the skyline and create a black and white, and then do a halftone. So I'll do what I did on the vlog basically to show you exactly what I did. So first things first, let's just look at the image. We're going to have a quick look at the histogram at the top. I mean, the exposure is pretty much spot on anyway at the end of the day. What I tend to do, I always take a little bit of the highlights out. So if you look around this area, you can see there's like little burnouts there, but they're not really burned out, but it doesn't do any harm just to take a few little highlights there. Shadow detail down here in the boat, I'll just take a little bit of shadow detail, or that'll lift that up a little bit like that. I'm just going to use my minus key and just darken it back just a touch, and I think that's it. I'm just going to check my monitor brightness because I've been doing video. Monitor brightness is number 3, which is correct. Okay, and because it looks a little bit bright at the moment, but there you go. Right, so I'm happy with the exposures. I think what I'll do is I'm going to do exposures, highlights. I always tend to put a bit of texture in there, probably about 10 on the texture, take a little bit of dehaze out there, and I think that's probably about it. Now if I wanted to bring things like this boat up and I wanted to bring the colours up, which in this case I don't, but because I want it more subtle, I use this palette, this color mixing chart, which is really handy. So if I go into saturation, for instance, what I love about this, I click on this button here, don't know what it's called, but I can pick on certain colors and it just does the color only, and you can actually see the slider working on those colors. Pretty cool. Or I can make them less opacity or less saturated as well, so it looks pretty good, doesn't it? So I love this little tool, especially when I lift up color. So let's look at this green in the background. So if I want to make the green more vibrant, I literally just pick on there and you can see the green coming right up. So green out, green in, green out. Look how vibrant that is there now. So yeah, but on this case I'm not going to be looking at punching up any colors because it doesn't really need anything at the moment. So that bit wouldn't be done. What else do I normally do in Lightroom? Sharpen. I do a little bit. I'll put masking up to about 50-60. Press the option key. It'll show. It'll just show the only things that's going to be sharpened. And really, I'll probably take it up to 60, 70, 80. If I look at the sharpness of it all, it's all absolutely fine. So there you go. Nice. Very good. Okay, and that would be my sharpen bit, but I tend to do that at the very end of it anyway. And I think that's as much as I would do. Remove chromatic aberrations. To tell you the truth, these lenses are that good these days. I don't really need to bother doing that. They're just so sharp and spot on, really. So, but there you go. Right. So what we're going to do now is I'm pretty much happy. I'm probably going to bring the sky in a little bit. So I'm going to bring in a graduation filter, linear gradient. So as well as me having my own graduation filter on the camera, I'll just do this a little bit, just go gentle on there. And I'm just going to bring a little bit in there, just to bring that in there. That's nice, so it brings your eye into the boats. Let's do create another mask and then bring another one up from the bottom because it's a bit bright around here. I can easily either use a gradient, I can do the circle one, or I can do the what do you call it, the grad. I'm going to use the grad, I like the grad. Grads are cool. There you go. There we go, that's going to come into there now, and I can bring it up and down, and then once again it'll come into effect once I start to do something like that. That's pretty much good to go. Okay, now I could, if I wanted to, in Lightroom, use the erase tool here, or the remove tool, so click onto there, and we can remove a few things like that, and then see how that works, see if it works okay in Lightroom. And it does okay, that's fine. Let's try it on the boat. Tick up there. That's good. I've turned off use generative AI and deselect objects, because if I use those ones, it gives you 3 or 4 versions of what you can pick. And really, for these things, these are just basic get rids. You know, I don't need to have a few variations. I'm not doing huge amounts of stuff to be subtracted at the end of the day, so I'm not too fussed about using that. So let's try this side here and see if this one works. And that's done a pretty good job of that as well, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to leave it at that now, because I want to show you now when I go into Photoshop, I do exactly the same again in Camera Raw. So I'm just going to export now, so Command E, that then moves my picture from Lightroom and it's over into Photoshop, and it should come in any second now. And there it is now in Photoshop. Photoshop's now just kicked in there. So once again, I'm going to remove the rest of these items now. So again, I use Shift, Command and A. That will then throw in Camera Raw. And then from there, I'm going to go up to this tool up here, which is the Remove tool again. So click on that. Again, it doesn't have AI and all that, but I do find it works a lot faster in here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer, work pretty fast. Okay. I want to spend no more than 10 minutes on one image. In fact, I'd prefer to spend less than 10 minutes on one image. But you see how fast this is coming in now? Look at that, really nice. If you do the boys are really fast in here, so literally just click, 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 click. A bit bigger on that one there. Watch the boat. So literally I take the boat off the bottom, up the mask, and it'll do the rest. And then doing, oh, it didn't like that one there. There we go, and there, and then that one there, and then don't forget the mast itself, the reflection of the mast. Going across, last couple, coming up. Okay, and then I'm going to get rid of this little bit of boat. There's a little bit there I don't like. Remove, and this is going to be a little bit more harder. Get rid of that one there. What it likes is if you give plenty of space around it, and it just does a really clean selection. So now this shouldn't be too bad because I've got plenty of space around it that's clean. So this should just disappear straight away. I didn't do the whole selection. I missed that. Let's do it again. Come around here and take the inside of it off. Then it'll take it all out now. There you go. Perfect. So I think that's pretty much done. Yeah, there's a little mark there. It's pretty much just trying to get rid of the smudges. There you go. It's not a bad effort. And then come back out. Oh, I've left a couple over here still, obviously. It's just got this little boat here to finish off. So, and then that's basically my boats and bits and bobs cleaned up. Let's have a look at that. So the next stage now is to move on and get rid of the horizon and make it look a bit more ethereal and a bit fine art. So what we're going to do now is going to go okay on that. Happy with that one there. I'm then going to go into this magical thing called Photoshop. It's going to be called Select Sky. I'm going to select the sky now. It does a great job on this, absolutely amazing. So there you go. And I'm going to press Command and J, which is basically copy and paste in one go, and you'll see it pop up there. So if I turn my bottom layer off, there's my sky. I am going to do another one as well. So I'm going to go back to the bottom layer, turn the top one off, and I'm going to do Filter, Select, down to Subject. And I'm hoping that it does a really good job and it selects just the boats only. And I've been using this recently. My God, it's really, really good. It's really, really amazing. I was doing, again, it's Command J. Have a look at just the boats. Look at how much detail that has gone into. I mean, it's even gone down to just the wires only. Absolutely amazing. So there you go. And this will all come out in a minute why I've selected those images there. So, but there you go. So that's that one done. So I can turn that one off for now. The sky, what I want to do is sky, I need to get rid of this mast area, so I'm just going to select it there. So what's got just the normal latitude, so I'm just going to go around there like that, go around the whole area, and I'm going to come across there, and then I'm going to go into edit, and this edit, oh, it is edit, content aware, generative fill, generative image. It's normally content aware fill that I want to do. Oh, that's because, what a wally, if you look at it, I'm still on the boat. Let's click it on the layer that I will need to put it on. Now, click on edit, content aware fill. What it should do is show you some little green bits around it, and that's the bit it's going to work on, what it thinks that should go in that selection. And that's enough for that. That's pretty good there. I'm going to go return and let it get on with it. It's a little bit dark at the bottom, so I might do another one. But for now, I'm just going to deselect that one. And then we'll give it another go. I'm going to flatten these two layers now. So that one there, so the bit that I did, I'm going to go merge layers. And then I'm going to get this tool here, which is just my normal magic wand. What's it called? Wand? Yeah, it's a clone stamp. So I've got my clone, I turn it down to 50, and I'm just going to blend it in. So I'm just going to come into here, go around gently, and go around the outsides, come on this side, and then go around the outsides again, just go nice and gentle. Okay, and just so eventually the clouds disappear. So I'm looking at this area, about 50 on here, and again. And that's starting to look a little bit more better for what I like. That's going to come over to here, and I think that's not a million miles off for all of that I need. It's going to turn the bottom off to there like that, and yes, that's good. So I'm going to go one step further now. Now I've got rid of the mast. I now want to extend the sky a little bit lower, so it covers the boats. So my boats are here, so it covers the bottom of the boats basically. So I need to bring my sky down here. So if I use this tool here, which is I think it's a marquee tool, rectangle marquee tool. I'm going to literally come just under the boats, about there. And then I'm going to take that up into the sky, give it a little bit of about there so it's not too dark up there. And once again, that area there on those clouds, I want to fill again. So edit, content aware fill, let it do its magic again. It's working on it. These are all the bits it's going to use, and then go return. Oh, look at that. Deselect. I would have taken hours for doing that. I'd be blending and doing all kinds of daft things. Amazing. Right. So there you go. So I've now got all my things that I need to create my fine art image now. So let's have a look. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to join this layer and the other layer that I created before. So I'm going to make it into one layer. Merge layers. I'm now going to move my boats above that layer. There you go. So you can now see that there is separation from the boats, looking really, really good. And then all I've got to do now is rub off the clouds at the bottom and let the original boats come through. And it's a really simple process. I'm going to go into mask that layer, get a mask, click on mask, there it is there. I'm going to use this tool here, which is going to be the gradient tool again. Love a gradient tool. Click on that. And then make sure it's on pure black and pure white on the left hand side. Let's find I've lost my mouse. There it is. Do you know sometimes when you lose it? There you go. There it is. So, okay, so you can click on there. So it's on black and white there now. All I'm going to do now, I've got my tool, which is just here. I'm going to click on there and start lifting it up. That won't work because I'm on the wrong layer. What a wally. Deselect. Delete. I'm in the wrong layer. I need to do it on the clouds. Click on the clouds and make a mask on the clouds. Then select the gradient tool and then bring it up gently. Look at this. It's like magic in it. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to bring it up gently. I'm just starting to see the sky coming in there. So I'm going to come back there. Line it up there. Sometimes if you press the shift key, it'll keep it straight. There you go. And then what I can do from there, I can actually move this up and down. So I can go gently and I can see the horizon coming back in. Then I can bring the horizon out. So it's just gently blending away there now. And that is enough there. So all that leaves now is the blend underneath the boats. And then all I'm going to do is go into the mask, get the brush, and I'm going to add to the mask. And if you see now, look at this magic. Just going to do this little area. Just remove this and you'll actually see it up on the top of there, the like little dinky thing there, little mark where I've actually just removed it in the brush. So that's just taken that out. And that is spot on for there. Let's go a bit closer. Okay, and then moving over here. And again, just going to take this one out as well, nice and gently. All I'm doing is just taking away the clouds that was over the top. So that is it. That's finished. Job's done. And how hard was that to create a really nice, easy, simple, fine art image? Pretty cool, eh? So I think what I'll do is I need to crop this now, and then I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to do a black and white. So let's have a look at this. So let's do a crop. So we're going to go to 6:19. And the reason, as I said, 6:19 is because all of my output these days and everything that I do now is just going to YouTube. So basically the TV is a 6:9. So that's going to be my crop from now on. And I used to like doing letterbox. Sometimes it's nice to have a bit more sky and all that, but you work with what you got. So 6:19, there we go. And then once again, I'm just going to bring this down. Okay, a little bit lower there. Bring the boats into the rule of thirds on there. And I like the negative space on the left hand side. Going to bring it a little bit more on this side there. That's nicer there. Going to bring that up. And I think that's not a million miles away. Okay, that's good. There you go. So I'm going to flatten that. And I'm going to file, save as, edit, save that to the desktop. Okay, now because I'm going to YouTube, it only needs to be 380 by 40, so I'm just going to change the image size on it. So image size is going to go to 3840. There you go, 2160, go OK, and then make it a bit bigger. There you go, that's lovely. That's now ready for YouTube. That's the size there, and YouTube and social media, so it works quite well on Facebook and all that type of stuff as well. So that's pretty good. I'm going to go from there. Before I do anything else, I'm just going to vignette it in a little bit more and give it a bit more mood. But it's pretty much there. I've just spotted a little bit down here. It just takes 2 seconds to get rid of that. Go down with the clone tool. I do like a clone tool, and there you go. That's it done. Come back out. Okay, I'm going to go back into Camera Raw. I'm going to use my grads again. So grad, I can either do a radial, and then what I do with the radial is I'll circle the whole of it, and it's a much softer gradient at the end of the day. So I'm going to bring it there, so about there. So just cover the whole thing. I'm going to invert it, and then I'm going to just darken it down gently. You can just see it coming down there. There you go. It's a bit over the top like that. That's not too bad there. That's lovely. I think that'll do. That's really nice. And there's nothing much more to do really. That's pretty much it. So I'll go OK on that. File, save as. So S, color, save that to the desktop. Okay, now that we've got a color finish and done with, I'm going to do a black and white, and again in black and white there's nothing really exciting about it. Photoshop have got some really nice adjustment layers, and if you go down to the bottom of the adjustment layer, single adjustments, if you just hover over it, it actually gives you a matte, quite a strong one there, neutral and cool. So I actually like the strong, so I'm going to click on the strong, and up it comes there. It's already done the whole layer there. So really, I quite like that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's pretty good. So I'm just going to flatten that straight away. And then I'm going to say, save that, save as, and then put B and double at the end of it. B and W, and then save that to the desktop. So that's my black and white done as well now. So what I need to do now is leave that there open. Let's open the color which I saved. I could go into history and pull it out again. Select all, copy, and I can ditch that again now, and then put that onto the black and white. So we now have a color and a black and white. I'm going to make a layer of the black and white. So I'm going to copy and paste that, put that above the color. There you go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select subject. There you go. So I'm selecting the color subject, and I'm going to do the same as what I did before. I'm going to copy and paste that, move that down to there, and then now you can see that the color bit's in there straight away, and it looks absolutely stonking. A little bit over the top, looks a bit false. So what we do now is we're going to turn that and turn it to about 20%, 25%. That'll do. 25%. That looks really nice. So there you go. Look at that. Oh, I've done the wrong layer. Sorry. Bring that back to full. I want the color to be 25%. There you go. And if you look at there, you can see that the color's about 25% there. That should be nice. And there's just enough in there. I might give that a little bit more actually, just a touch. There you go, that's lovely. Now let's go for 30. And then once again, on the black and white layer, I just need to rub off this little bit here. So I could create a mask, but really, I can do it just in Photoshop. Click onto there. I'm going to do a gentle 25% and just go over there, nice and gentle. Jobs are good. I'll do, and then same again here, nice and gentle. And that's as much as I need. That is a nice half color image there. So I'm going to flatten that, save as, half color. to the desktop. Make that small. Open the other two. I think that one's colour. And then that's black and white. Make it small. So there you go. I've created three nice little versions of that one image there. So here we go, the black and white, your colour, and then your half colour. I mean, my favourite's the half colour, obviously. Right, I think that's us done now, guys. That's all the images done there now. So I hope that you've picked up a few little bits and bobs from me, picked up a few ideas, if nothing else. And I'd like to thank you for staying with me this long. I'm looking forward to getting out again. So hopefully I'm going to be going out tomorrow and going up the coast and trying looking for something for a nice new vlog for next week. But if you like what you see, please feel free to like and subscribe. That'll certainly help the channel out and keep us ticking over. And then we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks very much.